Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on life through music. Welcome and thank you for stopping by. It's fantastic you are here. Well, I trust you enjoyed my last video from singer-songwriter Dan Fogelberg and through his song Same Old Lang Syne. We looked at our memories, whether they're bad or whatever, or good memories. All of those moments needed to be put together because that's what makes us who we are today. So I trust you found that one an encouragement. Well, we're going on from there to another singer-songwriter, this time in Canada, born in 1954 in Toronto, very much in the pop singer-songwriter category, and the guy we're talking about is Dan Hill. Such a talented songwriter, an incredible range to his voice, and quite sincere and heartfelt and vulnerable lyrics, that is for sure. Between 1975 and 2021, there has been 13 studio albums, 3 compilation albums, and 27 singles. This guy is a Grammy Award winner for his efforts as co-producer for the Celine Dion album Falling Into You from 1996. He was a very prominent songwriter in the 1990s for people such as Britney Spears and the Backstreet Boys. In fact, it's estimated that his songs have sold over 100 million copies in the various types of recordings there have been. He has also received a number of Juno Awards, around 5, I think, that is Excellence of Music in Canada. And 2021, he was inducted into the Canada Songwriters Hall of Fame. So there's the sort of caliber of guy that we're talking about today. Now, I first met Dan Hill through the song Sometimes When We Touch. Now, when I first heard this song, I got goosebumps. I thought, oh my goodness, how incredible is this song? How incredible are the lyrics? How incredible is the tune? It's just an all-time wonderful song. And you put Dan's incredible voice in there. It's just really such a compelling song. So we need to talk about Sometimes When We Touch today, because you cannot talk about Dan Hill and not talk about this song. So sometimes when we touch, the honesty's too much. I've got to sometimes run away and hide. Apparently the inspiration behind this song was that he was trying to impress a girl who even though he had feelings for her, she wasn't getting the feelings back the other way, and she was almost trying to urge with her to actually give him some of her attention. So this song just captures the vulnerability of love so well. And isn't love such a thing that requires such vulnerability from us? It requires it because love is so much bigger than either of us. It requires all of us, our fragility, our strength, our passion, and all of that stuff which we know when we are living with somebody else or when you're in a relationship with someone else. It encaptures all of who we are as human beings, particularly in the intimate spaces. This is a space that is reserved just for the two of you. It's a space which is full of wonder and beauty and incredible experiences. It's also a space where there's a lot of trust required, because we don't always know how this stuff's going to work out. It just kind of does. And it requires us to be gracious and kind to each other as we express ourselves to each other and express our desire and longing for each other. This fragility, I can think of a couple of other songs where this is kind of a bit of a thing. Bruce Springsteen came out with Secret Garden a little while back, and Roy Orbison with Mysterious Mystery Girl also talked about these mysteries of love and the guidance and all the other stuff that goes into those moments when you think, well, I'm just doing my best here. Hopefully it's good enough. I hope I'm not going to wreck anything. I hope I'm going to make anything too tricky here. But I want to be myself at the same time. There's a beautiful element of trust needed in those intimate moments. And we're so privileged to be in those moments with somebody else. You know, the world disappears somewhat in these times. And sometimes we need to escape from the world, because the world can be a bit of a trick at times. And sometimes we just need to leave it behind for a while and fall into the arms of our significant other partner. With all the tenderness and the vulnerability and everything else. Now, Dan takes this one step further, and together with all this vulnerability and everything else, he also talks about relationships. He talks about the really good times, but then there's also the tricky times as well. And sometimes I want to break you and drag you to your knees is one of the lines. And then the next line is, sometimes I want to hold you endlessly. It's all under the banner of love. Relationships exist within love. It's the relationships are the things that actually take us on all these journeys. Love is constant. Love is the same. It is a beautiful thing that binds us together. But within that, there are relationships doing all sorts of interesting and wonderful things at times. So I think it's all very nice to say, I'm just going to love you. I think life is great all the time. But I think songs need to explore also the other side where things aren't so easy, and we're trying to deal with this conflict within us of, oh my goodness, what's going on here? And oh man, I can't live without this person. The U2 song With or Without You certainly captures that feeling as well. I can't live with, I can't live without you. I just know that you are part of my world. And maybe it goes beyond words in these moments. We just know that that person wasn't there. It would be really, really strange. So sometimes when we touch, the honesty is too much. I have to run away and hide. I want to hold you till I die, till we both break down and cry. I want to hold you until the fear in me subsides. There's an incredible compulsion in this song to actually get to the point of love, get to the point of the other person, getting to really, really know them, and getting to work out what makes them tick and what makes them so important in your lives. So there's sometimes when we touch moments and the honesty really is too much. Really what Dan is saying is, I want to push through those moments and get to know you even more, because there's beauty and wonder within you. Now, if you're in a relationship, you know what this stuff's all about, the complexity of it, the confusingness of it at times, the rapture of it, the ecstasy of it, all of it that makes a relationship what a relationship is. It's just, what can we say? It's a roller coaster at times. And I think as human beings, we need to understand that this is the way relationships are, and this is the way that we are as human beings. Because if we had it right all the time, if I had it right all the time myself, I'm sure my relationship would be different. It would be better than it is at the moment. But at the end of the day, we want the best for our partner, and I certainly want the best for my partner as my partner does for me. It's just that the relationships sometimes take all sorts of twists and turns. So let's not disregard the twists and turns as being something that's not part of things, because it is. I think we've got to be honest with ourselves about this stuff and say, hey man, there are twists and turns in this thing, but man, I'm so glad that this person is in my life at the same time. So the way that this song is the lyrics are kind of a little bit all over the place, but they are leading to the same point, and that is, oh my goodness, I'm so glad you're in my life. And I think the aim for all of us out there who are trying to work out this mystery of relationships, the mystery of love, we're glad we're in it, right? We're glad we're in it. And that's certainly the case for me. Well, I trust somehow that will be an encouragement for you today. Now on to the clips. Now we have got two versions of Sometimes When We Touch. We've got a live version from 1978 when this song came out. Now this song went number 3 in Australia and the US and number 1 in Canada. So this was a massive song for Dan Hill. Came off the 1977 album Longer Fuse. And I think there's something quite interesting even about the title of the album. And certainly when you put the context of the song in there, it kind of all just goes together. And oh, by the way, 13 in the UK, so very popular. So two versions of that song, the 1978 version, which I reckon is absolutely live from the Midnight Special from the US. And we've got an acoustic version from, I reckon, from 2017. Him and his guitar. And you know, it's incredible when you see the songwriter singing his own song like this one, how special it is. So those two are there for you. And we've also then, for something completely different, we're going to the 1982 movie First Blood. This was the one that starred Sylvester Stallone. This movie has been touted as one of the most influential action movies of all time. This is the John Rambo, the Vietnam vet, just the specialist war machine that he was, and the vendettas he had and the vendettas against him, and how he spent the whole movie surviving through his incredible survival skills. Now Dan Hill was asked to write the theme song for this particular movie. It's a Long Road. So it was on the soundtrack, and it was also from his 1983 album Love in the Shadows. And so that one's there for you as well. That's more of a clip about the movie. Yes, it does get a bit gruesome in places. That's what First Blood was all about. I mean, just look at the title, First Blood, and that will give you a bit of an indication of what the movie was like. So there's some clips from the movie. Yes, Sylvester Stallone in all of his macho man glory is there, and some of the enemies in the movie are there, and some of the clips are where he is surviving. Let's just call it that. So the links to those 3 songs are in the description below. And I've also included my last video from Dan Fogelberg. So if you want to recap on him, feel free. Well, if you've come back for another video, fantastic, well done. If this is your first time to Life Reflections Through Music, welcome to the channel. And to everybody who's got to this point, thank you very much for hanging around. Very encouraging indeed. Well, this channel goes into all sorts of places, and we're going from, I suppose, soft, passionate rock of Sometimes When We Touch from Dan Hill with the Dandy Warhols. So until then, I'll catch you around.